Federal prosecutors announced that the former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch has been arrested on sex trafficking and prostitution charges. Mike Jeffries led the popular clothing brand from the early 1990s to 2014. And during some of those years, prosecutors say Jeffries helped recruit and pressure men to take part in sex events around the world. They also say the people involved were led to believe that it would benefit their careers and could lead to modeling opportunities with Abercrombie. NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra is live in West Palm Beach, Florida, where Jeffries was arrested. So, Marissa, 2 other associates were also arrested in this case, and some of the details in this indictment are really disturbing. Break down the specific charges and allegations for us.
Hey, Vicki, disturbing indeed. So just to recap what we know, 80-year-old ex-Abercrombie & Fitch CEO Michael Jeffries and 2 former associates, James Jacobson and Matthew Smith, all charged on 16 different counts. They describe in the documents Matthew Smith as the romantic partner of Jeffries. We just heard a press conference out of New York. I want to take you to what we just heard.
The staff ensured that the men signed non-disclosure agreements. The defendants caused the men to believe that not complying with requests for certain acts, sex acts, during the events could harm their careers, and ensured that the men did not leave the sex events until Jeffries and Smith decided that the sessions were over.
So the men are charged with operating a, quote, international sex trafficking and prostitution business from December of 2008 to March 2015. We know that Jeffries as well as Smith were arrested here in West Palm Beach. At 2 p.m. they are expected to appear in court. But during this press conference that just wrapped up a few minutes ago, Vicki, I will say we heard some powerful words from the U.S. Attorney for Eastern District in New York. He said powerful individuals for too long trafficked and abused individuals with a dream of a successful career, calling today's charges the end of the casting couch system, saying those who try to prey on people prepare to trade that couch for a bed in federal prison. Vicki.
Marissa, have we heard anything from Jeffries, his legal team, or Abercrombie?
What I will say is that we are expecting we're expecting Smith and Jeffries to appear in this court today in just a couple of hours. And I know that they were asking for the men to be sent to New York by the end of this week. And they're specifically asking for no bond for Jeffries because he is a dual citizen. So they believe that he could be a flight risk.
To anyone who thinks they can exploit and coerce others by using the so-called casting couch system, this case should serve as a warning. Prepare to trade that couch for a bed in federal prison.
NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter joins me now. Tom, he was not mincing words there. So these defendants, they're all expected to appear in a federal court in Florida and Wisconsin today.
Correct.
Walk us through this indictment and the specific charges now.
So, Vicki, it's 16 total charges, and it's 1 count relates to sex trafficking, and then the rest relate to prostitution charges and involve 15 alleged John Doe victims in this case. As you said, 2008 to 2015 is when this conduct allegedly occurred. And the indictment says, and I'll quote, they operated an international sex trafficking and prostitution business. This is a tale that we see all too often in these allegations, right? It's that somebody finds something that's vulnerable in the other person and uses that to coerce them to do something that they don't want to do. And in this particular case, it's this idea of, hey, you could model for us. You could be one of our featured people. You're just going to go to an event. They didn't even know, in some cases, according to the indictment, that they were going for anything that had anything to do with sex. And once these men got there, they were then coerced or forced into sex acts. And if they didn't do those sex acts, they were told this will hurt your career. So there was both the carrot and the stick when it came to the way they allegedly operated. That's why federal prosecutors have charged this case, because they were flown to these various parties. In some cases, we know that some individuals flew on the jet involving the former CEO, Michael Jeffries. So it appears they had an elaborate scheme put into place to get these people to go to these events.
And Abercrombie & Fitch was a huge brand. People wanted to work for the company. They wanted to be the face of this clothing brand. Give us a sense of, you know, how this started. Where did these 15 John Does, how did prosecutors find them and bring this case?
So there's been a lot of reporting over the past couple of years. There was a documentary on Netflix. The BBC did an extensive documentary on these alleged activities, and then we saw some civil suits as well. So the information had kind of been out there. And what we've seen over the last couple of years, we've seen it in the Jeffrey Epstein case. In that case, it was the investigative reporting of the Miami Herald that brought to light some public documents that had occurred in a state case. People started to pay attention and say, wait a minute, this occurred back then. There's the possibility for a federal prosecution now. And kudos, if these allegations are proven true, to the FBI and to the federal prosecutors in the Eastern District of New York for looking at this and saying, hey, there might be an avenue to a federal case here, not in civil court, but one that could end up in handcuffs.
Quickly before you go, have you heard anything from Jeffries' attorney?
Jeffries' attorney has said that they're going to respond to these allegations, but they're going to do so inside court. So they'll let the court documents and their statements there do the business for them.
Tom Winter, as always, thank you very much.
You got it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.